because I always have been in the village, and I had the mindset that the cities people are not so good, and that was my mindset.
Why you have this kind of mindset that city person are not good, they are not kind-hearted? Why?
Because there is some people from our village. I mean, they are living in the cities, but when they come to the village, they don't talk to anyone else. You know, in the village, they just come to their home. They will just mingle with the parents and their own family member. Otherwise, they will not talk to each other. But
Good afternoon.
good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing good, but yes, continuously I'm facing some health issue like sore throat problem. That's it.
Yes, because it's I think due to the, you can say, changing the weather.
Hmm. After winter, maybe I can, get some health relief. But in this winter, I'm just facing this sore throat problem again and again. Hmm. So in this video, I will narrate one story, and after that, we will discuss about the topic. Are you ready?
Sure. Yes, of course.
Okay. In a small village, there was a boy. That boy name was Arun. Arun was 16 years old teenager. He was always fascinated towards city life because in the city he always watching some reels and some clips that there is good hospitals, good schools, there are so many amenities. If I am living in the city, I can fulfill my all desires. But he was living in the village. In the village, school was far from his house, so every day he was going by the bicycle. But he has one desire. One day, definitely, I will go to the city and I will, fully settle that place. After 12th, he decided for graduation, he chose a city college. Then he moved into the city. Then he was living in the city and he adapted himself towards the city life. After some time, he had done some courses like computer course, some other courses also, personality development course. Then he got good job in MNC. And after 2 years, he got married a city girl and they had two children. Now he was living happily in the city and he was, feeling like he was in the seventh heaven. Sometime he was visiting village also just for their parents and their siblings. At the age of 60, when their children were settled in another city, now the couple was feeling very lonely because city life was bustling. Everyone was just running here and there. There was full of noise and pollution was at the peak. Air quality was not good, and he was missing his older days when he was living in the village because villagers were very kind-hearted and they always ready to help.
Yeah.
And in the village, everybody knows every person. But in the city life, mostly families were reserved. They
True.
don't know who is living in their neighborhood.
Right. Right.
So now my question is, why in the old age people recall their village or small town area? Why? In the youth age, they never recall their village or town. Why?
Yes, I think there is a multiple connection for that. First of all, you mentioned about that when Arun was, just 16 year old, so he switched to the cities because in the cities we have a lot of the funds when we are the elders, like we are very young. But when we come to the aging old, you mentioned about that he thought to settle down in the village. So yes, this is very much true. Even in the village life, we have the good connection. We can visit to each other the homes, and we understand each other, and we share our feelings that what are happening in our personal professional life in the village. I'm not talking about in the cities, but in the cities, and we are very, you can see, very limit by the certain the house. We don't have that much connections that we can share in the, I think in the cities people just think that they have to do their own business. They don't think that we should develop, we should establish our relationship with others, because it's like the totally the solo life in the I mean in the cities. But in the village,
Hmm.
if we don't have anything else, we can approach to other home, we can take out the
Hmm.
things there. But in the city you can't do anything. If you don't have the atta, I mean your flour, you will have to be very hungry, but you will not go other in the cities. But
Hmm.
in the village, if you
Yes.
don't have anything else, you can approach to other. And I would say that you magnify your relationship with one neighbor to other, and like that in the level up. but in the cities it's a totally, I would say, very awkward, very unique. Even for me here too, as a living in the city, I feel sometimes that where I'm living in the hell. You can't talk to anyone else. If they have their own business, if they have their own deal, so they will talk to you. Otherwise, you are just, even at the same flat, you will not talk to each other. But
Hmm.
in the village, what happened? You are living at this corner of the village. You can talk to the other person who is the next corner of the village. So that is, I think,
Hmm.
the decent, and you can say very sound quality of the village, which is not there, flourishing in the city.
When you were a child, I think age of 14 or 15, then you were also fascinated towards city life, just like
Not
this
at all.
story.
Not at all. Because I always have been in the village, and I had the mindset that the cities people are not so good, and that was my
Why?
mindset.
Why you have this kind of mindset that city person are not good? They are not kind-hearted. Why?
Because there is some people from our village. I mean, they are living in the cities, but then when they come to the village, they don't talk to an animal else. In the village, they just come to their home. They will just mingle with the parents, their own family member. Otherwise, they will not talk to each other. But nowadays, they are very mingle with the village, because they have to contest the election. We call the gram
Okay.
panchayat election. So they are trying to
Mhm.
mingle, they are trying to elevate their relationship with others, so that they can garner the votes. So now I think things have been changed a lot, but I had that mindset. But this mindset also exposed a lot. People are also connecting to each other, even in the cities also, because we are the new generation. So we, even the new generation from the cities, the people are, those who are very well educated, they have the ethos, so they are also trying to fill the gap.
Hmm. Like right now, you are living in the city area for your preparations. But sometime, whenever you are getting time, you are going to your hometown. That time, what is your feeling when you are in the village with your parents and siblings?
I mean, it's a very emotional attachment, which, as a living in the cities, then going there. Sometime I believe that after completing my aim, I will bring back to my, the family here in the city. And even in our conversation, sometimes I try to share these things to my parents, my father. But my father said that, and they are born here in the village. They will die here. They will not shift to there, because they just say this is our karam bhumi and the janam bhumi. This is the mindset
Hmm.
of the people, which is
Motherland.
not in the cities. Yes, motherland,
Yes.
the birth values.
Hmm.
So that is, I think,
Birth
emotional
place.
bonding is
Hmm.
very much. In India,
Hmm.
what I believe that we are very much attached to our country, and the same thing is also with the village people. They are very much,
Hmm.
attached. They are very much, you can say, hook up with the village
Hmm.
life. Doesn't mean
Village
wherever
life,
they.
because they
Yes,
are farmers also. Mostly
that's
village
true.
people are doing farming work, so they are very attached where their cattle's, their fields also.
Yes, right. And what happened, like in the even in the winter season, like we just hold the, like the we can say the there is a storytelling kind of the parties in the homes, and we talk there, which is not in the cities. I think city life is completely different, and
Hmm.
but I believe that things are being changed, and the
Mhm.
people from the cities, they are also trying to fill this gap, which is the nice thing.
Do you also observe the air quality of the city? Mostly, it's not good.
Yes, that is very visible to see that how is the air qualities, and the, I mean, pollution is so much is there, and which is, I would say, not going to improve anymore,
Hmm.
because the population will be increased, so the area will be congested. So, but
Hmm.
yes, that is the
And
reason,
hmm. Hmm.
that
Hmm.
if we make the contrast between the village life and the city's life, so that is the best part of the village life. We are totally free of the pollutions, and
Hmm.
environmental the causes.
So, what is the worst part of the village life?
I think stereotype and the old thinking, not
Hmm.
allowed to the girls to. I mean, this is the very genuine, very authentic the point, that a girls can't go out of her home
mm,
to visit any parties. Doesn't mean
mm,
how much she is educated. That is the very you can say irony of our the village. And in the cities, I have seen a lot of the girls, not a lot of, either most of the girls, they can go outside of their home,
mm,
visiting any parties, which is not there. And
mm.
education, I think, something which is not so prevalent in the village.
And hospitals?
There is no hospital in the village. We have to come on the city.
I think it's the worst part of the village life. They have
Yes.
not good hospitals and schools also. Sometimes schools are very far from far from your village. So they are traveling 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer. In the rainy season, they are facing a lot of problems.
Yes, and yes, and one more thing which I would like to add here is animosity. You
Mm,
know, that is
mm,
something which people have the animosity that this person is going, this person is progressing, so that should not be go above me. He should be beneath me.
okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Anything would you like to add it in this conversation?
Yes, I would say that what are good at their own place. If you, each and everyone and each and everything has their own plus and negative points. So,
Mm,
but overall, we can say that what are good. But yes, some points are there which will be not fulfilled in the cities. Other than there are some points like good education, which is
mm,
not there in the village.
mm,
The stereo mindset, which is prevalent in the village, and in the when we come to the city, there is no, we can say, affable, affable relationship which is not there. There is no mingleship kind of the
mm,
thinking, the relation
mm.
which is not there. But overall, I think their own sport what are the good.
Sometimes people forget their roots. So I think we should never forget our roots.
Right, right, very much true.
Yes. And we should never forget our motherland, our birthplace. They have their own value. But
Yes,
I
one
can say
value.
for some time, because of glamorous life of the city, glamorous life of the abroad, I can say, sometimes they forget their, original place, their birthplace also.
Yes, even I have seen lot of the people from the village when they switch to the city, they they sell their house, like they think
Yes.
that they have been permanently cut off from that. I think that
Yes.
is not the thing.
Yes, because in the COVID, in the pandemic, mostly people were going to the village
Correct, correct. Yes.
because they believe that in the village they can save their life from this virus.
Yes, correct. Okay, let me give an example. A lot of the people you mentioned about that people switch to the village, from my own village, around the 10 to 12 people, from my own village, they are living in the city now. They all of them came to the village. And so we were not
Yes,
understanding why they came. But when you
we
mentioned,
saw
so
in
I
the
understood.
news like people were returning their home and they are going barefooted.
Correct.
Yes. So I think it was a lovely session again with you. We should wrap up this session.
Sure.
इसी कॉन्वर्जेशन के बाद है कुछ डेली यूज सेंटेंस और ईडियम्स ऑल्सो। जैसे पहला सेंटेंस है, मैंने कई बार अनुभव किया है या एक्सपीरियंस किया है, इसलिए मुझे पता है कि काम पर मुश्किल हालातों को कैसे संभालना है। इसके लिए एक ईडियम यूज होता है राउंड द ब्लॉक। इसका मतलब होता है जब किसी को किसी काम का बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस होता है, कई बार वो इस तरह की सिचुएशन से गुजरा होता है, तो उसके लिए इस ईडियम को यूज किया जाता है राउंड द ब्लॉक को। आई हैव बीन राउंड द ब्लॉक अ फ्यू टाइम्स सो आई नो हाउ टू हैंडल ट्रिकी सिचुएशंस एट वर्क। आई हैव बीन राउंड द ब्लॉक अ फ्यू टाइम्स सो आई नो हाउ टू हैंडल ट्रिकी सिचुएशंस एट वर्क। वह अनुभवी है और उसे व्यापार चलाने के हर पहलू की जानकारी है। शी हैज बीन राउंड द ब्लॉक एंड नोज द इन्स एंड आउट्स ऑफ रनिंग बिजनेस। शी हैज बीन राउंड द ब्लॉक एंड शी नोज द इन्स एंड आउट्स ऑफ रनिंग अ बिजनेस। नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस इज वह चांदी के चम्मच के साथ पैदा हुआ था और उसे अपनी ज़िंदगी में कभी भी संघर्ष करना नहीं पड़ा। इसके लिए ईडियम यूज होता है बॉर्न विद अ सिल्वर स्पून। He was born with a silver spoon and never had to struggle for anything in his life. He was born with a silver spoon and never had to struggle for anything in his life. मेरे खून पसीने की कमाई उसने यूं ही उड़ा दी। He blew all the money I earned through blood, sweat and tears. He blew all the money I earned through blood, sweat and tears. अगला सेंटेंस है, वह उसके लिए व्यवस्थित रहना जन्मजात गुण है, इसीलिए वह हमेशा सब कुछ सही तरीके से रखती है। For her, staying organized is second nature, so she always keeps everything in order. Second nature means एक ये idioms का मतलब होता है हैबिचुअल होना, किसी चीज़ का आदी हो जाना किसी काम को करने के लिए, तो वहाँ पे इस idiom को यूज़ करते हैं सेकंड नेचर। अगला सेंटेंस है, वर्षों की प्रैक्टिस के बाद पियानो बजाना उसे जन्मजात गुण बन चुका है, उसका जन्मजात गुण बन चुका है, यानी उसकी फर्स्ट चॉइस बन चुकी है। आफ्टर ईयर्स ऑफ प्रैक्टिस playing the piano has become second nature to him. After years of practice, playing the piano has become second nature to him.